Hi, I'm Nick Maxey, CEO.
Cody Santos, CFO.
Paul Hadaway, Chief Marketing Officer.
And I'm Jabril Mose, the Chief Operating Officer. So our company is PremierWeekly. PremierWeekly is a daily fantasy soccer league based in England, which allows fans to participate in a safe and fun betting environment by offering them the chance to make money off of their favorite soccer players. In Europe, there are an astounding 30 million soccer fans that currently participate in some type of fantasy soccer. Being that England is one of the soccer hubs of Europe, that makes this one of the most strategic places to be headquartered in. We believe that PremierWeekly will be a successful company because of the large market of soccer fans that Europe has to offer, as well as the revenue that they can provide. Considering that Europe's most recent gambling studies show that 55% of UK's gambles and 73% of the UK population participated in some form of gambling last year. Also, 54% of the people who gamble on soccer do so about once a week. By offering the English market a chance to bet money on their favorite sport, we are increasing the entertainment value of soccer in England.
Okay, the problem that we're going to try to attack. The daily fantasy sports market in the United States has seen rapid growth in the past 2 to 3 years. Millions of fans and professional sports teams are now playing on daily fantasy sites such as DraftKings or FanDuel. Currently, these companies are estimated to be worth around $1.2 billion. In England, around 30 million fantasy soccer players play every year. So we see that there's an untapped fantasy market for daily fantasy.
So our solution to the problem, we're going to provide an easy app, an easy to use fantasy app that focuses solely on soccer and our home market of England. Fans will be able to play with their favorite players on a weekly basis and not seasonal, which helps us differentiate from our competition. It will also allow for customers to play the fantasy sports they love, but with the added incentive of earning real money. Our business model will be a phone-based application for the iPhone and Android. We'll be based out of London, England, but we will offer different price leagues for people so they can have various levels of competition. There'll be $1, $5, $10, $25, $50, and $100 leagues. We expect that as the amount of money that you put into the pot goes up, so will the level of competition. From this, we'll be expected to see a 15% profit margin. That means for every dollar that a person puts in, we expect to see 15 cents of that, and 85 cents of that will go to the winners.
All right, so our strategic advantage. Right now, we're the only company that focuses strictly on the Premier League. So we have other competitors that do daily fantasy and weekly fantasy, but they focus on a lot of different leagues. So we are strictly on the Premier League. Another one of our advantages is our app customization. So when you download the app, you'll be able to pick your favorite team, and on your display screen on your phone, it will display your favorite team with the app. So the colors of your favorite team. Also, in the actual play of the fantasy app, if say you have your favorite team and one of the players from that team is playing that week for you, if he scores or assists or has any kind of points, there will be added bonus points. And once again, we want to be user friendly, which goes along with being really focused on the Premier League. There's not going to be any distraction. It's going to be very simple and very easy to use.
So, part of our marketing plan. We're going to go after soccer fans that play fantasy soccer. We're also going to go after those that may not play fantasy, but gamble on sports on the internet. We're going to reach our target market largely through promotions and our commercials. We figure we're going to use various social media outlets like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and also go the television route. We figure that's the best way for the customer to see what our app is about. Also, the app will be free to download on the store, whether it's iTunes or Droids, and we'll be generating revenue via the user's deposits and a % of the money from the betting pools and not from the actual downloading of the app. We figure the fact that downloading the app for free will attract more people to download our app.
Okay, now to talk about a couple of our competitors. First, we have DraftKings. They're a daily fantasy sports site established in 2012 in Boston, Massachusetts. They offer various professional leagues such as the NBA, MLB, and NFL, as well as college football and basketball. And right now they currently operate in the United States and Canada, but are planning on expanding into Europe. Also, we have FanDuel. They're right now the largest daily fantasy sports company in the world. They offer similar contests to DraftKings and are also operating in America and Canada and are planning on expanding into Europe as well. Right now, they're averaging 600,000 contests per week, which is putting them at the top. Also, we have MondoGoal. Right now, they're offering specifically fantasy soccer competitions for major European soccer leagues. Right now, they're using an advanced statistics service called Opta, which is giving them a strategic advantage. And right now, MondoGoal is operating in the United States and Europe, but they are the only company that is operating in England.
So we believe that our team is well equipped to take on this project because one, our love for soccer, two, our experience with fantasy sports, and also our experience at Premier League games. Altogether, our team has a combined 16 years of experience with fantasy sports.
All right, so now to look at some of our startup expenses. All right, so us four, we are not the most tech savvy of individuals, so we're gonna have to hire a team to develop and build our app. So that's gonna be about a 2-member team. It's gonna take about 6 months, and overall with the build and the team and the labor cost, it's gonna be around $380,000. Also as well, we're gonna have to hire a legal and accounting team. That's gonna run right around $120,000. That includes getting licensing for gambling in the United Kingdom and other legal issues along those lines. Also our marketing, we're gonna be doing commercials as Nick said, and that will run us around $500,000. That's gonna be getting us into our logo into the stadiums of the Premier League teams and commercials and other marketing ventures. All right, so here are our sales projections. Basically, our sales are going to be calculated by looking at all the entries that we're going to receive in a year. That was going to be around $12 million. Our cost of goods sold is going to be the money that we have to pay back each week and over the year, which is going to be right around $10 million, $10.4 million. This gave us our gross margin right around 14.83%, which is pretty much where we projected, right at 15. It's very close to that. Other operating expenses throughout the years will be maintenance. This is updating the app, dealing with fixes in the app. That's going to run us around $20,000 a year. And once again, our marketing would run us right around $500,000 every year, and maybe extending a little more in the future. And this is where y'all come in. We need some investors right now, and after looking at our sales and all of our startup costs, we're going to need right around $860,000. So we're looking to be able to pay that back within 2 years at a 5% interest rate. And this will give us a net profit in the first 2 years. The first year would be right around $802,000, and the second year, after paying off some of our startup expenses, it's going to rise. Our net profit will rise right around $1.8 million and continue to grow. All right, so our summary and call to action. Basically, what we're promising is simplicity. Once again, very user-friendly app, directed strictly at the Premier League. It's going to be very easy to use. We're also exploiting a very large unexploited market. A lot of people don't have the opportunity to play weekly fantasy sports with the Premier League, which by offering this will make us leaders in the market and give us a strategic advantage over our competitors.
For Cody, Paul, Jabril, and me, we would like to say thank you and appreciate the time.